So here are we, the future of video game entertainment. Ford Racing 3, a game that came out in roughly 2005 and is most well known for being bundled in cereal boxes. Wish I was making that up, but I've heard that pretty consistently. So what car do I pick? I pick a Ford Puma. Because if I'm going to drive a Ford, I'm going to drive a European Ford. I'm not going to drive any of those crappy American Fords. I'm going to drive an Australian Ford too, but they don't exist anymore. Because the only two that were ever noteworthy were the Falcon, which wasn't even American to begin with, and the Territory, which was actually. So yeah, this is the future of video game entertainment, people. Also, the kids would think in about 30 years when their food rations come in with a bundle of a CD, because, you know, their old home has been flooded by climate change, and they're like, oh, what's this? And, you know, half of them don't have fingers, so they can't play because of the arrow keys. So let me just get that out of the way really quick. So this game is designed to be played with the arrow keys, and I don't think they're remappable. I checked the config and I didn't see anything regarding that. And excuse the stuttering. This should not be stuttering, but it's Windows Game Bar, and this shouldn't be running on here, frankly, if I'm going to be honest. I should probably put it on my old Windows XP PC and record it from there instead. So it's meant to be played with the arrow keys. So typically, you'd have your index finger on the left key. Which, if you're playing with your right hand, yeah, you would have that way. Then you have your middle on the up key, which is to accelerate in this game. And then you'd have the one next to the pinky. I don't know what the name of that one is, so whatever, that finger on the right key. Now you see, the problem with me is that I don't have an index finger, so the middle finger is kind of my. It's kind of what I. What the hell happened there? Seriously, what is with this recording? What is with the footage? It's so, like, for one thing, I couldn't even get it running at a proper 16:9 widescreen ratio. So now it's just straight up running at 1366x768, which is, I guess, fine for a game from 2005, but it could be so much better than what it is. At least I'm doing alright. Absolutely love the engine sounds in this game though, because they sound shit. This doesn't sound like a 4-cylinder. I think the Puma was a 4-cylinder, because I know it was the little sibling of the Ford Cougar, which I believe were both designed in Germany by Ford Europe, not Ford UK. And yeah, this does not sound like a 4-cylinder. But then again, all the muscle cars just sound like something from the 1940s anyway, so... I mean, you won't see any muscle cars, because I didn't drive one, I just drove the Ford Puma, because... you can't get the Pumas down here, and, well, I like driving something you don't see often down here. That being said, you don't see many Crown Vics down here too, but I've seen like one Crown Vic. I know there's people who import them, so my god, if this was any lag gear, this would just be unacceptable. What? Okay, so the B key just gives you a custom background. Cool, like, okay, well, I know now to press that again, so I'm definitely not pressing that. You know, the over-sharpening of the background and the trees reminds me a lot of Battlefield 2. So I'm just getting, like, Battlefield 2 vibes from this. It's actually an interesting story behind the recording of this video. I had meant to do a video on this game about 2.5 years ago, back in March 2017, but I never got around to doing it. I think the recording or whatever just kind of didn't work out that well, so... it's just weird circumstances just led to the video never, you know, coming out. No, I didn't even do a voiceover for it, I just ended up deleting it or something like that. I can't remember, frankly. So, I wanted to do a video on this game eventually, and here we are 2.5 years later. You're so excited, I can tell. From this tiny corner of the internet, this even tinier corner of YouTube, actually, there's some intense excitement going around. I can just tell. Alright, well that was really smooth. City highway reverse boost. Shit, is there a boost key? Shit. Let's go! Okay, that didn't work. I know there's a certain rev range you gotta hit to get a speed boost at the start. And no, that's clearly not the so the spacebar doesn't work either, which is a bit peculiar. This is not a good corner for this car. It's like these tracks are like... I get Mario Kart vibes from these tracks, just because, let's be real with ourselves here. Why would Ford... I mean, I guess Ford do Ford sell cars in Japan? I don't know if Ford sell cars in Japan. It doesn't... I mean, no, you can buy a Mustang in Japan. Okay. Well, You can only imagine a Mustang, an SVT Lightning, excuse me, and a Ford Puma racing in what looks like Japan. I can imagine that just being so realistic. I don't even know why I sneezed just then. It must be hair getting my nose, because I get hair. Because my hair's that long, I get hair in my face, and as a result it gets into my nose, and it's not comfortable. It's one of the only downsides about having long hair, but otherwise I love it. I've had long hair for nearly as long as this channel's been running, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Actually, what, first 6 months I had short hair. Okay, so he's just full on Mario Karting his way across, that's all good. It's about half a second ahead of me now at this point, so that's gone from bad to worse. Let's be honest with ourselves here. That's just gone from bad to worse. And I swear to God, I hope this is a viewfinder issue, but the video... Oh, okay, so my Nokia phone's gone off apparently, even though it's dead because that ringtone... Oh, sorry, that's just the boost, my bad. So, yeah, the viewfinder, at least it could be the actual final footage too, but man, this is laggy. This is laggy as fuck, and I don't appreciate it. Oh, I figured out what the behind key was. You can look behind you and look at the front of the Ford Puma in all of its glory. Just got bumped up the rear end. Really don't appreciate being bumped in the end by an American truck. Thank you. Because the American car is already coming down here in full force. There was a Chevy Silverado at a Holden dealer near where I live. And, I mean, man, we're used to Colorados. And those things are big. I feel like you'd only get those things if you had guns. But we don't have guns here. But our political party will probably jerk off to the fact that they could probably do that. And they'd be like, oh, we love our gun laws. And then that fucking orangutan scarage rat, Pauline Hanson, would probably like try loosen them. Because for those unaware, for even Australians who are unaware, Pauline Hanson did try to get the NRA to sway gun politics down here. She probably still is now, actually, because it is what... It's mid-late 2019, and things are gonna get worse at some point, because there's clearly no edge to improve things for anyone but the elite. So, there we go. I've just probably put myself on some sort of hit list. It's always fun. I mean, please shoot me, because let's be real with ourselves here. What, the ice caps were melting at rates that were anticipated to be worst case scenario in 2070? What year is it? What year is it of this video? Check the description down below. Or if you're watching this on a USB stick that your great-grandmother recommended to you for random YouTube comedy videos from the old archives, it's 20th of August 2019. 2019. And we're about 50 years. We're apparently 50 years in the future in regards to what our ice caps are supposed to be melting at. So that's always a bit warming. Literally, it's literally warming. So that's great. I really kind of just bummed myself out with that. I've got nothing else I can really say now. So that's ending the video on a fine note. But then again, no one ever gets to this point in the video anyway, so I can pretty much say whatever I want to. I could have done every single video. Actually, no, because there are a couple of videos with over 1,000 views. Once you get videos with over 1,000 views, people start to notice things. Maybe. I don't actually know. Maybe they just straight up don't care. Oh boy, hubba bubba, we've crossed the line. So that's Ford. I'll say it properly, okay? That's Ford Racing 3 on the PC. You can also get this on Xbox and I believe PlayStation 2. I have the Xbox version, but yeah, that's about it, guys and gals and non-binary folk. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. See you later.